What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video of my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over a football game for Thursday, September 21st, 2023. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I'm picking in these games, you'll have to join my Patreon with my picture always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the pinned comment below in the comment section of this video. I wish you guys the best of luck on all your picks for this day, for this game. Let's go ahead and get into the game. We're going to be looking at Thursday night football in California. The Giants versus the 49ers. I think this is the largest point spread we've had in prime time for the season so far. San Francisco is a 9.5-point favorite, which I think is the biggest favorite in primetime games, I think, if I remember correctly, so far in the last 2 weeks. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I think so. I think this is the biggest one. Which is bound to happen. You know, they can't all be 2-3 point games, but yeah, that's the game that we're going to be looking at. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and actually let me go through my spiel really quick on. Oops, so I was going to do that one. On this side of the screen right here is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. And then on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers specific to the game. The way that I have it structured here is I have the distance to the upcoming Super Bowl right here. I have the location of the game, city, state, stadium coordinates. I keep track of home team win-loss records for the NFL season, which means this will be the 33rd NFL game for the season. Home teams could become 14-19 with the win or 13-20 with the loss. Home teams have not been winning in the last 2 weeks of the NFL. The road team has definitely dominated in week 1 and week 2. We can see that by looking at the results. In week 1, 6 home wins, 10 home losses. Week 2, 7 home wins, 9 home losses. So it comes out to be 13-19. Road teams have been doing great in the last 2 weeks. It could shift this week and next week where it could be all home teams that are going to start to win out. But anyway, right here is the regular season head-to-head record between the two teams. I have the home team right here, their season record, their coach's record, their quarterback record, their name Gematria to and from their birthday. And then at the bottom here is the road team, their season record, their coach's record, their quarterback record, their name Gematria to and from their birthday. But before we jump into that, let's look at week 2 results. Here's my week 2 results. Actually, no, that's not it. Here it is. So week 2 results, I'm just doing the primetime games. So Thursday night football, Sunday night football, Monday night football. But because Monday had 2 games, I went ahead and just did both games for Monday. So on Thursday, I picked the Eagles to beat the Vikings, 1. Sunday, I had the Dolphins over the Patriots, 1. I had the Saints over the Panthers, 1. And my only loss for the week was the Steelers. I picked the Browns, but the Steelers went ahead and won that game, put me at 3-1 for week 2. 5-2 for the overall season, 4-2 for prime time, just because the Browns and the Steelers was the Monday night football game. I didn't count this as a primetime game, the Saints and the Panthers. So I'm 5-2 overall for the season, but 4-2 primetime, 1-1 Thursday night football, 2-0 Sunday night football, and 1-1 for Monday night football. Last year when I did all the primetime games, for some reason on Sunday, I could not lose on Sunday for some reason. I had the best record was my Sunday night football games. My Monday night football game was straight 50-50. I think I finished 8-8. And then I think with my Thursday night football, let me bring it up. I'll show you guys. Let me see here if I can find it really quickly. Yeah, so this is from last season's. My primetime record was 32 wins, 19 losses. So Thursday night football was close to being 50-50, 10 wins, 7 losses. Sunday night football, I just couldn't lose, really. I went 14 wins, 4 losses. And then Monday night football was a straight 50-50. So maybe it's, again, the same thing this season. My Sunday night football, 2-0. So I don't know. Maybe there's just something about Sunday Night Football that just rings for me. I guess I don't know what it is, but that was last week's. That was week's 2. Let's move on to this week. We're going to go ahead and look into the game now. Giants versus the 49ers. Actually, before we even look into the game, somebody in my comment section actually already kind of predicted this to happen. If you go to my pick preview video for week 1, Cowboys versus the Giants, there was somebody that made a comment about this potential game. Random Ben Truth or something. 12 days ago, he wrote, "I'm so excited for the big ritual in week 3 with Giants and 49ers. The Giants' all-time record, including postseason, is 740-664. San Francisco is where the Church of Satan was founded, so my money is on Giants to be 741-666 by the end of week 3. San Fran, 741, is a sign of Lucifer, according to Manly P. Hall." So basically, if the Giants started off the season 740-664, they would have to win at least one game to be 7-4-1, and then they would lose 2 games to be 6-6-6. Well, in week 1, the Giants lost to the Cowboys, which brought them to 6-6-5. I went ahead and made the comment after that game 6 days ago, before week 2 started, that, oh, that's interesting. So potentially a win one, lose one in the next 2 weeks, because this was after they lost to the Cowboys, which brought them to 6-6-5. So basically, if they were going to hit that 7-4-1, 6-6-6 in San Francisco, they would have to win one, lose one. And my guess was they would beat the Cardinals and then lose to the 49ers. Just like, without looking at any numbers, you can kind of guess, like, well, the weaker team between the Cardinals and the 49ers is obviously the Cardinals. However, what's crazy is that the Giants did beat the Cardinals, but they beat them in such historic comeback fashion that I don't think anybody could predict that, which is kind of wild. So it does set them up to potentially lose to the 49ers now on Thursday Night Football to have that 7-4-1, 6-6-6 record. So I thought that was interesting that he commented this in week 1 of the NFL. I made this comment before week 2 saying that it would probably beat the Cardinals and then lose to the 49ers. Lo and behold, they end up losing ended up beating the Cardinals. And wow, if you had the stones to put money on the Giants when they were down 28-7, hallelujah to you, man. You got some stones. So potentially we're looking at a Giants loss here for Thursday Night Football. It's why we probably have a 9.5 point line in San Francisco's favor, because of all of this is coming together in that sense. So anyway, let's look at the numbers for this game, starting with the home team, the 49ers, and then we'll go over some numbers for the Giants. But the 49ers, they have my bias number. This is what we're going to start with first. So 49ers, this game is going to be in California. California sums to 182, which is my bias number. If you don't know about my bias number, go to my YouTube page. I won't bring it up. Go to my Gabby Batito playlist, YouTube. I'll talk about this number, 182, 281, 128. It's the same combo over and over and over again. And here we have it in potentially this game in favor of the 49ers. California sums to 182. It's 281 days since 49ers coach's birthday. Brock Purdy, the quarterback for 49ers, this is his 12th game, but it's his 8th start. So you see that 128 there, 281. In California, 182. And with the Giants loss, their coach would become 10-9-1 for a record regular season in his career. 10-9-1, I'm sure you can guess, is the 182nd prime number. So my bias number could potentially be in full effect in this game, heading towards against the Giants. And if that were to happen, of course, then that comment that was made 12 days ago on my YouTube channel of the Giants becoming 7-4-1, 6-6-6 in San Francisco would take place. This game is being played in Levi's Stadium. Levi's Stadium sums to 80, and Brock Purdy could become a perfect 8-0 during the regular season with a win like 80. And this is the 33rd NFL game for the NFL season. Daniel Jones, the quarterback for the Giants, can get his 33rd loss regular season for his career. And honestly, that's just about what I'm going to put for the 49ers. 49ers have a lot going in their favor with this one, I think, personally. And then also Vegas agrees, right? That's why they got them at a 10-point favorite. So But let's go ahead and switch gears. Let's look at some numbers for the Giants. You know, there's some very obvious things for the 49ers. Let's see if there's some things for the Giants. I had to scrape together a few numbers, but
Sorry to interrupt this video, you guys, but I need a huge favor from you. Can you go ahead and like this video and leave a comment below on who you think's going to win? It's going to help with the YouTube algorithm. It's going to help grow my channel. I really appreciate you guys being here. Let's go ahead and get back into the video.
for the Giants, if the Giants were going to win, if they're going to win this game, it is a day with 73 date numerology on the Gregorian. Oh, I had my little screen here at the bottom here the whole time. I didn't even realize that. Sorry, guys. No, you guys don't need to look at my face while I'm reading this. Plus, it makes the screen bigger so you guys can see the numbers a little bit better. Anyway, 73 date numerology on the Gregorian. 73 date numerology. 73 is the 21st prime number. The Giants could become 2-1 for a season record with a win like 21, as the 49ers fall 2-1 like 21 for a season record with a loss. That is the most of it, honestly. 11, 8, and 1. I don't know if that has any numbers to it. 11, 8, 1. Okay, so 11, 8, and 1 is the 194th prime number. I'm not sure what you would connect with that. I guess you could say it being the 35th regular season head-to-head matchup between these two teams. 35. Excuse me. Oh, look at that. 35. 35, 128, another bias number. But 149, excuse me, is the 35th prime number. 149 is just an anagram of 194. That could be a reason for the Giants coach to become 11, 8, and 1. 11, 8, and 1 for a regular season record. 11, 8, and 1, the 194th prime number, which is just an anagram of 149, the 35th prime number. It being the 35th game head-to-head regular season between these two teams. On that same note, 49ers coach would get his 47th loss regular season for his career if that were to happen. 47, if you write it out, sums to 149, the 35th prime number. Also, the 49ers are going to be playing the Giants. New York Giants written out sums to 71. Sums to 71. Brock Purdy can become 7-1, like 71, for a regular season record in his career with a loss. And it would just so happen to come against the New York Giants. Sums to 71. And then what else we got here? And then if that were to happen, 7-1, New York Giants 71. Mathematically speaking, 71 is the 20th prime number. Giants could then become 2-0 on the road for the season with a win, as they give home teams their 20th loss for the season with a win. So that can work out in their favor in that direction. And then Daniel Jones getting his 23rd win for his career regular season. I'm not too sure on that one. 23. 23 sums to 50. Oh, well, it sums to 53. I think that would be the connection then. It sums to 53. 23 sums to 53. Or mark that in a gray. Why would we mark that in a gray? Well, because there is 53 date numerology on the Gregorian. 23 sums to 53. And this is the number 13 quarterback versus the number 8 quarterback, which takes place on the 183rd day of the Hebrew religious, like 183, 138, 183. They're just anagrams of each other. Notice how it's one day after the 182nd day of the Hebrew civil, my bias number. In California, 182. 12th game, 8th start, 128, 281 days since his birthday. But, yeah, I mean, that's about what I would put for this game. I'm kind of biased towards my number, the 182, in favor for the 49ers. There are some numbers here for the Giants. I definitely went over those. Yeah, this might not be an exciting game to watch, or they might make it exciting just because, 49ers are a 10-point favorite. Maybe they'll make it an unnecessarily close game for no reason, and whatever. But hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you insight to the game, get you started on a decode, ask a decode that you already have. I really appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate the support. Hopefully you win all the money in the world, and I'll see you guys in the next video.